kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Never gonna play key. Sick. 36 at the practice squad. Oh, 6'1", 230. Actually. This nigga cool, bro.
They'll start with the option. And that's not the start that he was looking
for.
Here,
boy.
Low key, nigga. You finna take that
There goes a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Yeah. Second down. Corners are known for their ability to cover, but those that'll stick their nose in against the running game,
receiver.
That's a bonus for any team.
He's 6'1", 230. That's a big ass nigga, right? Nigga, you
off of play action, and here's Lance.
That's still pretty good.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he gets it here to right around the 24. He's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play.
Well, he didn't have
You got two tight end and 3 tight end packages too.
Yeah, but I got 3.
On play action, Lance.
Oh, I wonder, but let's see. I'm gonna see what he do.
Pass is caught by Rondale Robinson. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Aggressive catch, run after catch, fight for yards.
He can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles, and there when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out to the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Yeah, I had to move my right tackle to center.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
I was going to change his position
time. To start a ball game, you're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited.
Got McCaffrey over there.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
Man, CMC out of Jersey. Oh no, he had him. I think he got drafted.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
So can I release without being
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
Oh, he ain't like that. He ain't like that.
So just a tremendous play defensively on this opening drive, not just to make the interception, but to
took one to the crib out the end zone.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there, turned it all around. Big moment.
Ain't like that.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
Put that nigga on his ass. Shit. That's a big ass nigga though.
They just throw like the random accessories and shit that they give your players.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize, put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
On 2nd and 9.
Oh, that's on me.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be brought down at the 27. What a luxury to have a tight end that can run a post route like that.
It's a luxury for the offense. It's an extreme luxury for the quarterback. Always has a great outlet and usually able to come up with a nice play down the middle of the field.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
Damn.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this down near the 25. From the 25 on second down. Lance throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Ooh. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Ball sits on the 10, second and 5. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Second and 5 now. Lance. And Walker with it over the middle. And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Lance going to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. He's at the 50. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man, it's Tyquan Thornton. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, who can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases, with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a smart cornerback?
Put it on him. Put it on him, Caleb. Shit.
In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Eric Rowe, man.
First carry for the Oklahoma State man, Chuba Hubbard. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Throw complete to Bell. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10. 12 yards that time for
Coach, we get in the game,
The Franks looking to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. It looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Anderson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Anderson. Open man is Uzomah. And he's going to be taken down right
big ass
at the 40-yard line.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They'll look to throw again. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Man. He lost the play.
Anderson now. Off play action. And he can't.
Let's go.
And he goes down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Touchdown, Washington. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Commanders are back within a score. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And
they got returning kicks. Hey, Brooks. Okay.
This game back within a touchdown.
You won't be doing it. I got a new nigga. I got a speedy nigga now.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible firm tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Franks. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 39. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Franks now. Dancing to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. The 30. 10.
Fuck me on that shit.
And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score.
Oh, man.
Anderson now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Claybrook's going to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Franks. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. A first down throw. Here's Franks. He's looking deep for Bell. Touchdown.
Who is that guy? Where did he come from? Who's that guy? Where can I get one? There we go. Well, went deep on him. No homo.
It's up and good, and that'll make
but all homo.
21-14.
What's up, Stinky Stinks? Get all of my mix, huh? Put your titties on me and shit, huh?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
I see the shit coming. I'm just off.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a
What's up, Stinky Stinks?
And then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 1st and 10, Anderson forced out to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Can't get away from Thibodeau, boy.
The sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. First week of the preseason, probably not to pass the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and pressure new coaching staff. Try to impress your locker room.
Need to go find me a back in free agency. That's
Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. But now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
Now his second down throw. Here's Franks. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Channing
They
Tindall.
go wide open until he throws a fucking pick.
His time will run out in this third quarter of play.
All right, got to stop.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On 1st and 10, Franks. Nowhere to go here.
Hey.
He lost the football.
Damn, Franks, you fumbling that bitch all over the place.
Squirted out from his hands. Luckily,
I'll fire
his
your
teammate was
ass.
there to
You
pounce
got
on
on that
it.
You're
water.
right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Oh, I'm going to come open the door. Goddamn.
Second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Touchdown! A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Come on, Majesty. Go outside.
Johnson's extra
Go outside, girl.
up and good.
Hey,
And the lead
go outside.
out to
Come on.
14.
Come on. Go outside.
The kickoff unit is out on the
Go.
field, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They go play action here on first down. He gets this out to Foster on the right side. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. The loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. This is Ford. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, third and long. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well.
Farrell, quit bullshitting and bring your ass in here.
Boy, a real head scratcher there. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Channing Tindall is there for the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback laying on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They go play action with Franks. Steps away. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession.
I pressed the wrong button like a bitch.
3-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you definitely can find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show what he's made of.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got it complete to Perkins. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Franks eluding the pressure right. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Fourth down, Frank's going to throw for it. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they're kind of like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Again, they turn to Ford. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set down started, they need a 4-10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To throw is Anderson on 3rd down. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on 4th down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The play fake. Anderson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that will be full incomplete.
When you're getting in the third quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw again. And that one almost intercepted. Well, he's got 2 already, nearly a 3rd. But not to be, and it's 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now. But he was fortunate on that one. Knocked out another.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And that will force a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Yeah, boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw. Franks. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on this.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Anderson. He's going to air one out. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his science, but he could not really
give a big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion, avoiding any risk of a flag.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
Well, there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Chase Lucas. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Here's Anderson. Going to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Anderson to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down. Touchdown. This game's over.
And this doesn't end well at all as they stop it far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Browns touchdown. Taking it in from 13 yards out. And the Browns have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one.
Hey, don't forget to have Ryan and Theo back.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As they stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They run with 4. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Here we go on 4th down. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
Excuse me. Excuse